In our today, yes, Harsh, go ahead.
Yeah, so can you just repeat that what are you going to cover today?
We are going to cover today set tuple dictionary and also functions and also list of functions. Okay. So these are and also if there is some time left and energy left in you, we will discuss also UDF, user defined functions. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So let's start with first, predefined functions of a list means a function that is around list class which we can use to solve our problems. Okay, like I said, list is actually a class, right? And it's inside list there are lots of functions that you can use to make your work easier. Okay, Vansh, can you hear me, dear?
Yes, sir.
इधर देखो भाई, इतनी भी बुरी शक्ल नहीं है हमारी. ठीक है. Okay, let's start. Okay, so let me share my screen and uh, let me know if it is visible, right? It is visible. So now, uh, one second, let me expand it so that I can see everybody. सब पे नजर रहेगी तो अच्छा रहेगा. Okay, one second. Okay, now see. So सबसे पहले जो चीज़ होगी हमारे पास, let's create a file. Today we are going to discuss first list functions. Okay. Then we will move to other data structures like set, tuple, and dictionary and their definitions and why we use them and where we use them. Okay. So let's start with lecture 3.py. Now, is it visible? My screen is visible. The size is okay. The font size. Is it readable? Can you see
Sir,
it?
could you please increase it?
Okay, okay. Let me do that. Now, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. No worries, better. Now let's create a list. Let's suppose I have a list of names, for example. Suppose this. Okay, so I just created a list of 6 names. Now let's see what are the functions around list that we can use. Okay, that can make our work easier. So let me say list functions. So let's suppose, for example, let's start one by one. The functions. If you want to know what are the functions inside, you can just click the name of your list, then use access operator dot. Okay. Then whatever you will see, whatever you will get via intelligence, that means these all things belongs to the list. Okay. Some are properties, some are functions. Look, if you see that Q box, that means it is a function. And you can see whole metadata about it, what it is all about, what parameters it take, what it does. You get the all definition around it. Okay. Let's suppose this pop function. You can see it is giving us a definition. It will remove and return item at index. Okay. So you can get the idea about a function which we are going to use. Just clicking the list and then pressing the dot operator, which is called access operator. Okay, what we are doing, we are asking our interpreter go inside the list and give me the all function that belongs to the list. Okay, through which we can make our work easier. Is it clear so far? Anybody has any question? Tejas, is it clear? Tejaji, Tejas.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's suppose, for example, if I have this list, I want to add an element to this list at the end. So there is a function called append method. Okay. So append has a job to add element at the end of the list. Let me just add an element. Let's say I want to add Sarah, for example. Okay. And let's try to display my list and see what will happen. And let's try to run this. Let's say Python. And what is the file name? It is lecture number 3.py. And I'll hit enter. See, you can see the Sara was added at the end of my list because we use which method? Append, which means add an element at the end of the given list. Is it clear? Arsh, Ashman, Simriddhi, Udita, Atharv,
Yes, sir.
Aryan, and everybody?
Yes.
If you have any question, feel free to say. Huh? You can ask me any question. You don't have to worry about, and you don't have to, feel shy, because when you are learning something, don't feel shy. Okay. So never shy when you are learning something. You should be always like curious, knowing about things. Okay. Let's suppose, for example, so append, you can element, if you have that single element at the end of your list, you can use this append method. Or even if you have an empty list, you can use this append method to add elements in the list. Okay, Simriddhi? So this is the method that will solve your problem. When you have to take, some names from user and you want to store them in the list, you can use this append method. Now, next thing what I'll do, if I have to add more elements at the end, how I'm gonna do that? I have to use extend method. I have to use extend method. So I can say names dot, there's a method called extend. So when you have to add more than one elements at the end, let's say I just want to add more elements. Let's say I want to add Sarah, Kim, and let's say Jenny, for example. Okay. So you can see I have given three names, right? And I use an extend method and I just committed out my append method for now. Okay. Now you understood what append does, right? Now let's try to run it and see the output. You can see all the names were added at the end of my given list. So whenever you have to add more than one element in your given list, you have to use this method, which is extend. Okay. Okay, Arsh. Okay. Vansh, what about you? Is it clear? Okay. You can hear me, right? Okay. The next thing, let's do one thing. Let's see the next method. What if, for example, I said names dot, I just want to insert an element at a specific position. Look, append automatically elements at the end of the list. Extend does the same thing, but instead of one element, it adds more elements, right? But what about if you have to add an element at a specific position? In that case, what you can do, you can use an extend method, sorry, insert method. But remember that insert method, you have to give two parameters or two arguments. Let's say first one is the position where you want to add, and the second is the element you want to add. So I am going to ask it at second position, please add an element, let's say Kim, for example. Now if I'll run this program and see, at the second position, 0, 1, and 2, Kim was added at the second position, right? And the element at the second position was moved forward, okay? And that position, the new element was added. So is it clear, Tejaji?
Yes,
Sure?
sir.
Akka,
Yeah.
Ashman, Tejas, Simriddhi, any question? Yes, Simriddhi, go ahead.
So can we use both single quotes and double quotes with
Yes,
alphanumeric constants?
yes, we can. We can use single quotes or double quotes, okay?
Okay.
Whatever choice you like. But it is better to use double quotes instead of single quote, because it will give you an habit of, considering string within double quotes. Because in some language, let's talk about suppose C or C++, right? If you are using single quote, it will only allow you to give only one character. If you will try to add more characters inside a single quote, it will throw an error. Okay, so it is better to keep a hobby of whenever you are declaring a variable of string type, it is better to use double quotes to assign a value. Okay, Udita? Okay, now you got an idea what insert methods did. Okay, now let's talk about another method. Let's suppose I just want to count. See, you can see the definition. It is telling me that it will return number of occurrence of a value. Let's suppose I want to know, for example, a particular element is how many times present in the given list. So you can just use count, and the name you want or the element you want to know how many times it is present. Let's suppose I want to know John, how many times it is present. But like I said, it was showing us it will return the value. You can see the definition is it is returning the number of occurrence of a value. So whatever value we are getting, we need to print it out. Or you can just create a variable and store that value inside it. Let's say total, for example. Let's say total count. Okay. And let's try to print this. And let me just print this total count and let's see. Now you can see it is showing 2. So that means my John is present how many times? 2 times. Is it clear? Any question? Anybody has any question? 1 second. Huh? Is my screen visible? Something went wrong? Okay, is it visible?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you got an idea what count does? So it will just count how many times this John is present. Let's suppose I am asking it, let's say check, for example, this name is present how many times. If it is going to be there, it will print. Now you can see it is showing 0. That means Irfan is not present in the given list. So that was the reason it was showing 0. Okay, is it clear? So it is not throwing any exception that Irfan is not present in the list. It's showing me that name is not present. So you can see the count is 0. So far, any question? Anybody? So far we understand what is an append, what extend does, what insert does, and what count does. Okay. Now let's move to the next function. Let's say names dot. We have another thing. Let's call it a copy. Let's suppose if you want to create a copy of the given list. So I can use simply names dot copy, and I can create another variable and store inside it. Let's say new copy, for example. So that means it is going to create a copy of my list and store, it is going to store inside this variable the exact copy. Let me try to print it and you will see both, right? So you can see now the new copy variable is also containing the same list and also my names list is also having the same list. Okay,
Sir,
so
can't we just do new copies equal to names instead of doing names dot copy?
uh, what words? Sorry, Tejas,
Can't
go
we
ahead.
just directly write new
Okay.
copy is equal to names?
That will also work, but we are just talking about copy method, okay?
Okay.
So we are just discussing here functions here. So that will also work. Okay, Tejas? So what Tejas is trying to say, just assigning the value of a, names list into another variable, okay? But we are here discussing a simply copy method and also functions we are discussing. Is it clear? Now, next thing, let's say names dot. If I want to remove an element, I can use pop, but automatically pop what it does, it will remove the last element of the given list. Let's suppose I have this list at the end, I can see the John, right? Now, the moment I'm using names dot pop and you will see John is not there, it automatically removes the last element. Is it okay, Arsh? Can you say any question?
No, sir, I'm good.
You seen a new trailer came recently, a movie known as I Play Rocky. Have you saw it? Uh, Harsh, you are stuck. Can you hear me, everybody? Yes, yes, Harsh. Can you hear me, Harsh?
Right
Not
now.
able. Yes, yes. So I was just saying, recently a trailer came, a movie named I Play Rocky. Have you saw that? Okay, just
No,
go and saw.
no.
Okay, just go and see later. Okay, okay. So names dot pop. You got this? What it does? So it will just automatically remove the last element. And also, if you want to see what element was removed, you can just do one thing. Let's create a variable. Let's give it name as removed element. Okay. And if you want to print also what was removed, you can just do it right away. Let's save it and let's try to run it. And here you can see it's showing that the removed element was John. Okay. Tejaji, is it clear?
Yeah.
Vansh, Tejas, Simriddhi, Udita, Kiara, Aryan.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So another way is you can also mention the index here. Let's suppose I just want to remove the element at the third position. Okay. It will also remove the element at the third position. And you can see ls was removed. And you can see there is no ls. So that means if you are using pop without mentioning the position, it will automatically remove the last element. But if you are mentioning the position, it will remove exactly that element. So far, is it clear? Okay. Another way to remove an element from the list is especially mentioning the element itself. So you can say names dot, we have a method called remove, and you can just mention the element you want to remove. Let's say I'll ask it to remove Bob. So it will remove the Bob. Okay, is it clear? Now let's suppose if I am asking it to remove John, what will happen? Will it going to remove all the Johns or only the first occurrence of it? So what it will do, it will remove the first occurrence. You can see John was removed. The John at first position was removed, not at the last, because we ask it to remove the John. So whenever he finds the John, it will remove it and comes back. It will not go further forward. So if you want to do that, you have to use some extra steps. Okay? Is it clear, Udita? So
Yes.
this is we are discussing about list methods or list functions. So same thing. Now let's move to, if you want to clear the whole list, we have a method called list.clear. So let's try to run this, and you can see my whole list was empty. It got emptied because of which method? Clear method. So if some way you want to clear your whole list or you want to reinitialize it again, what you can do, you can simply use clear method to clear the whole list. Okay? Again, let's suppose if you want to know the position of a particular element, let's say I'm asking it, tell me the position of a bob. And let's create a variable. Let's give it a name as position. Okay. So let's try to print it and let's see what is the position of a bob. And let's run it. And you can see it is showing the position of the bob is second, 0, 1, and 2. So there are other methods also, but these methods which we use frequently, and they are very famous and popular methods regarding list. Other things are also there which you can use, but for now you can just have these functions or methods in mind which you can use frequently. Also, let's suppose if you want to reverse your list, see, we have another method called names dot reverse. it will reverse my whole list. See, now John comes first, then Charlie, Alice, Bob, Jane, and John. So it reversed my list. Okay. Another thing, let's suppose you want to sort the data. It's also very important. You can use names dot sort. What it will do, it will sort my data in alphabetic order, ascending order. You can see A, then B, C, J accordingly. If there were numbers, it would have sorted them in ascending order. Like now it is sorting based on the alphabetic order. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Anybody has any question? Ashman? Sure.
No, sir, no questions.
Tejaji, any question? Tejas, what about
No, sir.
you?
No question.
Okay, okay. Now, what if you want to sort the data in descending order? What we can do, we have a thing called, there is a thing called reverse true. You have to mention this parameter, and if you run it, now you can see your data is getting in descending order. Okay. So you have to use this one argument inside the sort function, which is reverse. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, if we've sorted the list in ascending order, can we not use dot reverse after it so that it reverses the list? So that it becomes descending order.
Yes, you can do that. Yes, why not? But instead of using one function, why to use two functions, right? Okay. So you got the all functions now, all the methods of list. Any question or confusion you have? Is it clear? Pretty clear? So this is list, and these are the methods that we use frequently while using lists. Okay, it will make our work easier. Let's suppose if I have to ask you sort the data without using sort function, you have to do lots of hard code, right? You have to use some sorting techniques in order to sort your data. But there you can see you have a one method and you can sort the data right away. You don't have to do the hard code thing, but it's better to do sometimes, hard code in order to make your logic better. Okay. So anybody has any question related to this list and list
No,
methods?
sir.
No. Now let's move to the next data structure. Let's suppose I want to store a data uh, in the form of key and value pair. For example, let's suppose where we can store that and where we can use list. Let's suppose I ask you to store 5 names of different person. You can have this list data structure and you can use it. Let's suppose if I ask you question, I want you to store 5 person details, but more than one detail of an individual person. Like I want you to store name of a person, his age, his address, his phone number, and same thing for same other 4 persons. How we can do that? So that means there should be a data structure that has a capability to store more than one property of of an object. Okay. So in that case, you cannot use the data structure like list. Let's suppose I'm asking to store 5 persons name and age. So will you create name list, then age list separately? Then how you are going to associate? It is going to be hectic for you to associate rather than creating a single data structure with which we can, associate each individual person's information. Okay. For such kind of informations or for such kind of problems, we use a data structure called dictionary. We use a dictionary, right? What is a dictionary? A dictionary is a kind of a data structure that uses key value pairs to hold the data. Okay. And we use curly brackets instead of square brackets. We use curly brackets in dictionary. Any question? So let's see how we can do that and how we can create a dictionary in order to store in information. Okay. Arsh, is it okay? Vansh, Arsh, Vansh, is it clear? Now
Yes, sir.
let's suppose, for example, let's do one thing. I want to store a person's information. So I will use a variable person. You can give any meaningful name, whatever you want. Let's suppose I want to store a product information. Let's say product like this. And then I can just hit enter and I will push it to the next line. It's up to you. Now see how you can store information of a single product. Every product has a name. So this is going to be key, and a key is going to be always a string, and it has to be within single quotes or double quotes, whatever you can do. Okay. This is key. And let's say I want to associate a value with it. Let's say Nike white shoe, for example. Okay. Is it clear? Second thing, let's suppose I want to store price, and let's say 30K, for example. Okay. Or let's say 30K. And let's say if you want to store description, or let's say color, the color is white. Is it clear? So you can see I am storing one individual object's multiple information, right? The same products I am able to store name, price, and color under one single variable, right? So this is key and this is value. This is key and this is value. This is key and this is value. Key is always going to be string. Value can be anything. It can be an integer, it can be a decimal value, it can be a string. Is it clear? So now, if you want to know the data type of it, you can use simply type and let's say product, and it will show you the type is dict. You can see that stands for dictionary. Okay. So dict stands for dictionary. Any question? Tejas, Athar, Tejaji?
No, sir.
No,
It
sir.
is clear. It's clear, right? Okay. Now let's suppose if I want to print this dictionary. So you can simply say print product, and let's try to run it. And you can see I'm getting the whole dictionary. What if you want to display a single piece of an information out of it? You can use simply the dictionary name and the key. And you can see if I run it, and you can see I'm getting the value associated with the key. You can see that the information. Okay. So this is how you can create a dictionary. Simply by doing what? Simply you are mentioning the dictionary and the key. Okay. So let's suppose this is one product information. What if you want to store multiple products information under one single variable name? How you gonna do that? So there is a way we can create another way. Let me show you. For example, I can say products, for example, and I can create a list. And inside that, I can create a list of dictionaries. Let's say one dictionary object. Let's say this is my one product. And let's say again name. Let's say you can have another meaning. Let's say uh, anything you would like to have. Let's suppose shirt, for example. Let's say Levi's. And let's say price. And let's say price is 2K, for example. And let's say color is black. Okay. Now you can see I was able to store multiple dictionaries inside a single variable, and I can store more. Just typing this comma and you can add one more object inside it. So now you are able to store multiple information of a single product, right, under one variable. So this is called list of dictionaries. List, then dictionaries. Okay, Arsh, is it clear? Any question? Anybody has any question? Vansh, Udita, do you have any question related to it?
No, sir.
Okay, now let's suppose if I want to display on my Levi's shirt all details, I can say print, I can say products of one, right? Because this whole dictionary has at zero position and this is at one position because it is inside a list, right? If I'll run it and you can see I'm getting the whole details of this product which is at first position. And inside it, if you want to display specific information, you can mention it right here. Let's suppose I just want to know name only. So you can see, let's try it again. What just happened here? Let me comment this out and let's try it again. Now you can see I am able to see Levi shirt. Okay. Is it clear? So I asked it, go inside products, go at the first position and display its key. So 0 and this whole is at one position and the name is Levi shirt. Okay. Is clear, Arsh, Tejaji, Athav,
Yes, sir.
Aditya, Tejas, Ashman, Aryan.
All clear. Yes, sir.
So it's
All clear, sir.
think about in this way. Let's suppose you have to store a student details and you want to store multiple information of each student. So you can have this kind of a data structure. Let's suppose if you are not storing them in a database. For now, you can create a data structure like this and you can store inside them. Okay? Is it clear? So this is what we call dictionary and this is list of dictionary. So where we should use dictionary? Whenever you want to store data in the form of key and value, you want to associate every value with a key. Okay? Okay, now, so far two data structures clear, list and dictionary. Now let's move another data structure which is called tuple. Tuple is like a cousin of a list. Dictionary is mutable, remember that. Dictionary is a kind of order. The way you are mentioning the keys in the dictionary, you will get them as it is. You can change the dictionary. Okay. Now let's talk about tuple. Tuple is like a cousin of a list. You can have all the properties of a list. The only one difference between list and tuple is that tuple is immutable. We cannot change the value at a specific position of a tuple. Okay. Otherwise, tuple is also collection of elements. Tuple is ordered. Tuple is indexed. The only difference is that tuple is not mutable. Okay. Are you there? Anybody? Harsh, what's going
Yes.
on? Harsh is smiling. Harsh, someone is bothering you? Okay,
No,
okay,
sir. No.
okay. You can also share if there's a joke. We can also smile or laugh. Okay, go. So it's clear. Now let me show you if we have to create a tuple data structure, how we can do that. Let's suppose names is equal to, for tuple, you have to use these parentheses, okay? Okay. For dictionary, there was curly brackets. For list, there was square brackets. And for, tuple, we have these parentheses, okay? Now let's suppose if I am adding some data inside it, let's say Sam, Pam, John, and let's say Tom, and let's say John again. Let's try to print and see the type of it. And let's run it. And you can see it is showing it's a tuple, right? Now, like I said, tuple is ordered also. If I'll try to print my tuple here, and you can see the way we are giving the data, it is going to be displayed as it is. So it's a tuple, parenthesis, right? And you can see it is also showing the duplicate values, right? John, John. Let's suppose if I want to display specific element, let's say what is the element at the first position, display it. And you can see you are able to do that. Now, what is the difference? What is the issue with tuple? You can use it where you don't want to change the value once it is assigned. Let's suppose I am going to try to change the value at 0 position and I want to assign it a value of, let's say, Tara, for example. Let's see what will happen here. We will get an exception. Tuple does not support item assignment. Is it clear, Tejaji? Udita, Aryan,
Yeah.
Udita, are you there, Udita?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Vansh, is it clear? Anybody has any question related to it? Tejas, sure. Ashman, Aryan,
All clear.
all
Yes, sir.
clear? Okay. So this is one small difference you can have in mind. It's related to tuple. Okay. So if you want to keep it easily remembering, you can do one thing. You can compare it with the list. So it has all properties like list. The only difference is it's immutable. That means once you assign a value at a specific position, you won't be able to change it. Okay. Okay then. Now let's move to the last data structure, which is set, which is also very important data structure. So it's totally against the list. The only thing that is common between lists is that both store collection of elements, right? Rest all the properties are different. List and related to set is storing also collection of elements, but set is immutable. Set cannot store duplicate values. Set is not ordered. Set is not indexed. Then why should we use it set? So whenever you want to store only unique values in a collection of elements in a container, in that case, what you can do, you can use a set. Okay. So remember that for dictionary and set, we are using same, you know, I would say literals, curly brackets. Set is also used, if you have to declare to a set variable, you can also use curly brackets. But if you are not mentioning key and value, then it will treat it as a set. If you are mentioning key and value, then it will treat it as a dictionary. Okay. Okay. Let me show you. For example, let's say names I can use like this. Okay. Let's suppose if I am creating empty like this, what is happening behind the scene? What is treating it? If I am not mentioning anything, just mentioning the curly brackets, look, it is considering it as a dictionary. So it is very important question. Now, in interview, you will see this question is asked frequently. So they will ask you, okay, if there is a dictionary, if we are creating a variable using curly brackets without mentioning any value in it, what is going to be the type? So you need to say it is going to be dictionary. Okay, Tejas?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me show you how we can, store a set. Let's say I am storing Tara, Jim, Arsh. Okay, let's say Jim again. Let's say Tom. Okay. Now let's see what is the data type here. See, it is set, right? You can see it is a set data structure. Now let's try to print. Let's see what will happen. We said set is not ordered nor indexed. See, now see, I'm getting Tara, then Tom, not Jim. If I'll run it again, see, Tara, Tom again Arsh. Now see, this time I'm getting at first position Arsh, then Jim, then Tara. Is it clear? So you can say it is not ordered. But when it comes numbers, it behaves differently. I'll show you that use case of it. And also I said it is not indexed. Let's suppose I will try to display an element. I'm asking it to display the element which is at first position. It won't be able to do that. Object is not subscriptable, right? Because if it is not ordered, how you can tell the position of any element. So you can see you are getting an exception. Okay, let's try to do one more thing here. Let's try to change the value. Let me ask it, assign a value, Kim, for example. And and you can see it is showing object does not support item assignment. That means we cannot change a value. Okay, is it clear? Pakka? So you can say list is neither ordered nor indexed, and it is also immutable. So we cannot change the value. But like I said, when it comes a set of numbers, it behaves in a different way. And also you saw that if you were giving duplicate values, it was not able to show us duplicate also, right? So that is the reason set does not store duplicates. Now let's suppose I am creating a set of numbers. Let's say 4, 7, 1, 8, 2, 3, 1, 9, for example. Okay. So let's try to print it and you will see what will happen. And you can see it is making it automatically ordered. Not order, in sorting order. See. So this happens with numbers. So it automatically sorts your data and also removes duplicates. You can say one was twice, but you were able to see it only once, right? So why we use set? Only to get the uniqueness of the data. That means if you want to remove duplicates in the given collection of object, what you can do, you can use simply set data structure. Is it clear? So far we understand what is a list, what is a dictionary, what is a set, and what is a tuple, and how to declare them and how we can use them. Does anybody has any question? And again, like I said, every data structure has its own method of declaring a list or set or tuple or dictionary. For example, let's suppose you want to create a set without using literals. What I can do, I can say numbers. There is a method called a set, and you can mention your numbers inside it. It will create a set data structure. Same thing happens what if you want to create a list. So you can use list, that's it, and you can mention your elements inside this function. Also, if you want to create a tuple, there is a function for it. Also, if you want to create a dictionary, there is a function for it. So these are all methods you can also use to declare a kind of a particular data structure. But most of the times, the easy way is to use literals like square brackets, parentheses, curly brackets. So far, everything is clear. Anybody has any question? Anybody? Hi, Anna, bolo.
All clear.
All clear?
So,
Yes, Aryan.
sir, in sets, when I wrote this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 68, 7, 8, 9,
Uh,
and then when I'm printing it, it is not sorting it. Like 68 is not going at the last.
okay.
Sir, why is this happening?
Let me check in my, I don't know. Let me check what is happening. Let's do one thing. Okay. Let's say 20 here.
Hmm.
Let's see what will happen. Huh? So now it is not sorting it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe due to the two-digit thing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that is the reason.
Okay.
But like I said, the definition tells us that set is not ordered. So that is what it's following. Okay. Because it
Okay.
is not ordered. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's do one thing. Uh, let's do one thing. Now, Simriddhi asked question earlier if I have to create 5 names from a user and store them in a list. So let me show you what we can do. Let's say we create an empty list like this. Okay. Now we will do one thing. We will write a loop because we need to accept how many names? 5 names. So we will, use loop to run it 5 times. Let's say for I in range, right? And let's say 5. So that means this loop is going to be executed how many times? 5 times. Okay. Now I'll ask name is equal to input enter name. Okay. Then I'm storing in a variable, just a temporary variable name. Then I'm going to use names dot append, and I'll append that name inside this names list. And after loop, if I'll try to print my names list, and you will be able to see, let's run name, let's say Sam, Tom, Pam, John, Sarah, and you can see. Is it clear, Simriti? It is clear now? So this is how you can take 5 names from a user and store them in a list. Any question, Aryan?
No, sir, there was a slight syntax error. I found it.
Okay. Is it clear, Arsh? Any question? Pakka? Sure. Okay. So far we covered our 4 important data structures that helps you to solve lots of problems in daily lives, or when you are dealing with ML, AI, or any sort of problems in Python. You can use these kind of data structures to handle your data. So based on the nature of a problem and the data, you can choose a data structure accordingly. So far everything is clear? Pakka pakka? Okay, now let's do one thing. Now you can share your screen one by one to show me your questions, okay? Which I gave you yesterday a task. So now let me pause this recording for a while and let's go through your questions first, okay? Then we will again start with new next topic of our session, okay? So for refreshing your mind. So let me stop sharing my screen. Oh, sorry, what I just did. Now, who's going to share screen first? Uh, Shabash. Okay, once, go ahead. You can share your screen and you can show us what you have done at home. You are on mute. Once you are on mute. Unmute yourself. हाँ, आई थिंक इसमें गड़बड़ है ऑन हेडफोन में या कुछ है. No worries, you can share your screen. Okay, no worries there. You can share your screen. So this is our first question. What? Accept a list of 5 names. Enter a name from a user. Check whether the name is present in the list. Okay, good. So anybody has any question related to it or confusion? What one Shaz wrote and solve the problem? Question number 1. Arsh, is it clear? Sure. Kiara,
Yes.
it is clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, next question we can go through. Okay. So enter a number of items in the list. Okay, you have used a logic, right? Good. You did it yourself once without using any AI tool or something else? You can type in the chat. Okay, good work. Good work. Next, calculate the sum of elements in a list. Okay, good. There are other ways of doing it, okay? Okay, go ahead. Okay, sum of even numbers. Just type 2, 7. Okay, ठीक है. It's okay, it's okay. It's working, it's okay. Go to the next question. It's working. That's it. Okay. Great job, Vansh. Good. Now, who is going to share? Tejas. Okay. Go ahead. You can share your screen. Let me allow 1 second. Okay. Now you can share your screen, Tejas.
So can you see?
Yes, yes. Okay. Tejas, can you hear us? I think yes. Your system is running slow or there's an internet issue, right?
Sir, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Yes, Ashman, go ahead. No worries. This is reverse of a list, right? Okay. Next question, Tejas.
Yes, sir.
Just show me the code only, yeah? I think your screen is getting
Hmm.
stuck. Yes. Even numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
This is okay. Okay, this is also even numbers, huh? Printing all the even numbers, right? In the list.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. Now, Ashman, go ahead. You can share your screen.
Can you see? Can you see
Yes,
the
yes.
screen?
Yes, yes.
Oh, see.
Okay.
So I used a hard code list here, so
Oh,
it just gave the sum of elements.
okay.
23. So the even numbers are printed here, and then I have another hard-coded list here. So
Okay, it is also correct. Correct. Okay, Kiara, can you share your screen now? Oh, Simriti, yes, you have a question? Tejaji, you have a question?
No, just to share my screen.
Wait, let's wait for Kiara to share. Kiara, Kiara, can you hear us? You are on mute, Kiara.
So,
Can you share your screen now?
yes, just a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
So, can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, good. Okay, you have done only 3 questions, right?
Yes, so the reversing one, I was not very sure.
Okay, okay. Now go ahead, Tejas or
Yes, sir. Just
Simriti or Tejaji or
so can you see my screen?
yes, yes. It is visible.
I'll just increase the font size. Yeah.
Okay,
So this is for the list.
yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes, I can see. Yes, and I
Yeah.
can hear you, dear. Yes, yes, you have used break, right?
Yeah.
In order
To
to,
like exit out of the for loop and then
yes, yes. You can also use just if and in, huh? You don't have to use loop, huh?
yeah.
Okay, this will also work, right?
And for
Okay,
reverse, I just used the range function.
okay. And you reversed it, right? Good.
Yeah.
Reversing the list, right?
And this is sum
Okay, this is also correct.
and even numbers.
Yes, this is also correct.
And then this.
This is sum of even numbers, right?
This is sum of even numbers.
Yes, yes. This will work. Good. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Who is going to share next? Who is left? Udita,
So you have,
Simriddhi. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead, Simriddhi. You can share your screen there.
is it visible?
Yes, yes, it is getting visible.
So this
Yes,
is
it
the
is
first.
visible. Okay,
Then this is the second one.
okay, okay,
This is the third.
okay.
And this one is
And
to display all the even numbers.
okay, good. Good job. Uh, who is left? Udita, I think. Udita, Arsh, right?
Yes, sir. I'll share.
Okay. Who is going to share?
Uh,
I can do it so right now.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
So this is the name one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Correct. Arsh, Aryan, Arsh, you share the screen?
Yeah,
No.
I'll share now.
Okay. Who is left? Aryan and Atharva, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's wait for Arsh to share his screen.
Yes, you see?
Uh-huh, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. Mm, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Again, predefined functions you have used, right? Okay. Aryan, go ahead.
Yes. So this is the first question. Sir, in this I was facing a problem that when I enter a name,
Mm-hmm.
after giving a space, then it is showing the name is not in the list.
Yes.
So how do I remove that?
We have to use then a function there for removing spaces. We have a function for it. If you have to remove unwanted spaces in the list, we can use that, which is a function that belongs to the string category. Okay.
Okay. So this is the reversing.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, in this I basically swapped two numbers from end to start.
Uh-huh.
But this will only work for numbers, and for strings it will not work.
Right, right. I can see that you have used a greater and you have used the addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
Okay, it's no worries. At least you have tried something different. Okay, good.
And this was the sum of the elements.
Okay, good,
And this was a sum of even numbers.
good. Clear. And I think everyone has shared the screen except Atharv. Atharv, can you share your screen or there's an issue? So, okay, I think there is a noise or there's an issue with his internet. Okay, so far everything is clear. No confusions or any questions you have. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. Let me share now screen. So I think you have done pretty good job. You have solved your problems. Okay, no worries, Athar, no problem. Now let's move to the next part of our session now. Now, so far you understand how we can use, you know, how we have different kind of data structures, right? Arsh and everybody, Odita, set tuple, dictionary, and list, right? Now let's go a very important part now, functions. So far you saw where these kind of things, right? Like we use sort, reverse, even print, even input. These are all predefined functions, right? Now let's suppose if you have to create your own function. If you have to create your own function, which is called a user defined function, how you gonna do that? What is the syntax for creating your own function and what is the syntax for using it? So now let's see what is the syntax for declaring user defined functions and how to use them. So let's see that. So whenever you want to declare a user defined function, what is a function? A function is a block of code that is used to perform a specific task, right? Let's suppose you want to do a specific task, or let's suppose you have big problem. You can divide it into small functions, and each function has a different functionality. So that's what we say, a function is a block of code that is used to perform a specific task. Like you use print, sort, reverse, but those were all predefined functions. Now let's suppose if I want to create my own function. Let's suppose you are working on a project and you saw a function. If I am writing a code which is getting used over and over again. So if you want to reuse your code also, we can create a function once and use it over and over again. Okay. So that is the reason we use functions very much in our daily lives, right? Because when we create our function, we can reuse it over and over again. Also, you can divide your problem into different functions, and also it will help you debug this problem. Okay, let's suppose there are four buttons. For each button we are calling a function. Let's suppose a particular button is not working. So you can go directly inside that particular function and you can fix the issue, right? So when you are declaring functions, it will also help you debug your problem. Is it clear? Now let's see, if we have to declare our own function, what we can do, we have a keyword for it, def. Def, def. Def is used for declaring your own function. Then space, then you can give any meaningful name to your function. Remember that. Let's suppose I want to create a function that should do addition of two numbers, and I should be able to use it over and over again. How I can do that? Let me show you. If my screen visible, I can say def, then I can give space, and you can give any meaningful name to your function. Let's say I will call it ed, and then I can use colon, and then I can start the body of a function. The work this function is going to do, right? So I just created my own function. If I'll say pass, that means this is empty function now. Nothing is inside it. Okay? But now let's define body of this function. What work it is going to do? Let's say it should do addition of two numbers. Let's say input, enter number one. Okay? And let's say num1 plus num2. Okay? That's it. So now you can see I just declared a function and even I just defined the body of it, right? So you can say this function is without parameters. If you see function with parenthesis but nothing is inside it, you can say this is a function, one of the simplest function without parameters. Now if I'll try to run this code, what will happen? Can you hear me? Is it clear? So we just declared a function and we have defined a body inside it, but we haven't used this. So that is the reason we are getting no output. If I am running this file, I am getting no output. So if I want to use this function, what is the way? So you need to call it. You can call it anywhere by just typing simply the function name like this. So what will happen when interpreter will run this file? it will move directly at the below and it will run this line first. It will execute this line first and it will say, oh, there is a function at, then it will go inside this function. Whatever is inside this function, it will execute it one by one. So now let me show you. If I'll run this program, you can see I was able to use it, and I can use it so many times. See how many times I have called this function? 3 times. So I wrote code once and I can use it over and over again. Even I can use this function inside another file also. That's why we call code reusability. Write code once and use it over and over again. Let me just try to call this Python lecture 3. You can see first function was executed and the job was done. Now I am calling it second time. You can see, then third times. Is it clear? So this is how you can declare your own user defined function and you can define its body and then you can use it later. So this is called a user defined function. But this function is without parameters. This function is without parameters. Is it clear? Anybody has any question related to it? How to declare a function and how to call it? I think it is clear, right? Is it clear, Aryan, Tejaji,
Yes, sir.
Udita, Ashman, Tejas? It is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's suppose sometimes when you call a function, you need to pass something to it. Sometimes when you call a function, it is asking for something from you. So that time we can say it is a function with parameters. It is a function with parameters. Now let's see how we can create a function with parameters. Let me show you. Let's suppose def add, let's say x comma y. And let's create a variable sum and let's say x plus y, or let's call it result. And let's print this result. So now this function is with 2 parameters. So you can mention as many as parameters based on your problem you are solving. So now I just declared a function having 2 parameters. So if I'll call this like this without mentioning anything, you will see I'll get an error. Add function is missing 2 required positional arguments. This is what I am getting an exception because I am trying to call a function which has no parameter. But if you'll see, I have declared a function, it has 2 parameters. So it is asking me, give me 2 arguments. So how I'm going to do that? I'll say let's pass 10 comma 30. So what will happen when we are calling this function? This 10 is going to be passed to this x and 20 inside this. Then inside this everything will work. Now let's run it and you will see I am getting output of 30. If we'll try to run it again, you can see. Is it clear? So this is function with parameters. So how many parameters were there? 2. So when we called it, we pass accordingly how many arguments? 2 arguments. So what will happen when this line is going to be executed by interpreter? It will go inside this and it will put 10 and 20 inside these 2 variables. Then it will do add and put inside the result variable. Then it will print it again and then it will come back where we have called it. This is how it gets executed. This is how your code will run. Is it clear? Any question? Anybody? So this function is with parameters. How many? 2. If let's suppose there is another parameter, let's say z. Let's try to call it. You will see you are getting an error, right? It is asking us that if you are calling a function, it is missing one required positional argument. You need to pass it. Because when we are calling, I am passing only 2 arguments. So I have to pass exactly the number of parameters I have mentioned here while declaring the function. Is it clear, Simriddhi, Kiara, Udita?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Pakka, Aryan, Vansh, Arsh, Ashman, Tejaji, Tejas, Atharv.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
now you got an idea how you can declare a function with parameters. So why we declare a function with parameters? So when you need to pass information from one place to another place. Look, I am passing information from 85 line to 80. So when you need that kind of capability to pass data from one place to another place, remember that when you are passing it somewhere, that function should have a parameters. So then it is going to able to take your data, right? Then it can do the logic, whatever you have mentioned in that logic in the function. So is it clear once? पक्का sure कोई confusion तो नहीं है ना? So this is how you can declare a function with parameters. Before it there was a function without parameters. Now is it clear? So you can mention as many parameters as it is. And then when you are calling it, you need to pass accordingly that much of arguments. But these are required. That means if I am missing any of these, it will throw an error. Or if I am passing only one, not two, it will throw an error. Or let's suppose if I am passing three, it will throw an error. It will say exactly send me only two arguments. But let's suppose sometimes you want to make a parameter optional. You want that if somebody will not pass, it will should not throw an error. Let's suppose I am creating a function details. Let's say I am saying name, age, and let's say department. And let's say I am passing department general, for example. So this parameter is called a default parameter. Now let's say I am just printing the details, name, age, and let's say department. So let's call this function now. Let me call this function. And now let me try to pass only two arguments. Let's say I'm passing Sam and 21. Will it throw an error? No, because one argument is a default parameter. It will not throw an error now. This will become an optional now. If you pass it, it will override this value. If you are not passing it, it will not throw it error. It will just set the default value. Let's suppose now I am passing IT, for example. So this IT value is going to be inside this department variable and it will override the default value. And you can see. So this is another kind of function when you need to declare a parameters with default parameters. So in that case, you can declare a parameter like this. Is it clear? So this is function with parameters. And this is function with default parameters. Two parameters are here required. One is a kind of optional here. So you pass it, it will override the value. If you will not pass it, it will keep the default value. So is it clear? So what are functions? Function is a block of code that is used to do a specific job. So these are called user defined functions. You are declaring a function yourself. You are not using predefined functions. So this way you can solve any problem of yours by declaring your own functions and keeping your own logic inside in a specific function. And that way you will be able to solve your problem and divide the problem into small blocks. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Tejaji, Tejas, Aryan, Athar,
All clear.
Udita, all clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All clear? So I think this is enough for the day, right? So today we learned a couple of lots of things, right? Different kind of data structures, their methods. Also we learned a function, right? How we can create user defined functions and how we can call them. Is it clear? So
Yes.
now some homework. So I'll check from everyone tomorrow at least 5 questions in user defined functions. Okay? You can take any examples from ChatGPT or Grok on user defined functions, list, tuple, dictionary. Five examples. That means 5 examples in set, 5 examples in tuple, 5 examples in dictionary, 5 examples in functions, okay? But make sure you are able to understand them. If even you are doing everything from ChatGPT or Grok or anything or Claude, at least try to understand them. Is it clear? Okay. Anybody has any question? So I think today you learn a lot. I think lots of functions we learn, different kind of data structures we learn, and how we can create our user defined functions. You were able to learn that, right? Is it enough for the day? Simriddhi, was it helpful today? Ashman, what about you?
Yes, sir. It was very
Y-
helpful.
you are feeling sleepy today, okay? You are doing so much yarning today. Simriddhi, was it helpful today?
Yes, sir, it was very helpful.
Okay, Arsh, go ahead, Arsh.
Yes.
Tomorrow I'll ask you, did you saw the trailer I play Rocky? And I'll ask you what was the resemblance. Okay?
Just one thing, sir.
Huh? You will watch it?
Yes.
Have you any idea about Rocky?
The boxer?
Yes.
Yeah, I was Rocky was
So they are making remake of it. So the trailer was launched just 2 to 4 days before.
okay.
So why I'm just asking it, there's the actor who's now doing the job of Rocky, he has a similar kind of voice you have. Okay? Okay? Very solid one, right? It's like a Texas English, right? You can create an impact, right? Now, Kiara, was it helpful today, dear?
Yes, sir, it was helpful.
Good. What about Vansh? वंश तो अपनी धुन में ही होता है वंश कुछ हमें भी सुनाया करो ओके तेजस
Yes, sir.
your lamp is good
Thank you, sir.
it's giving so much reflection
I know, I
okay
know.
Teja ji what about you
Yes,
you
sir.
learned
It was
was it
very
helpful dear
helpful.
Tejas was it helpful
Yes, sir. Quite a
okay Aryan what about you
Yes, sir, it was helpful.
okay Athar Udita
Yes, sir.
so I think everybody's, enjoying. If you are not enjoying the class, let me know. Then we can have a chill day. We can have a chill day, huh? We can do something else. We can play rock, paper, scissor game, or we can have antakshari, or we can have something else. Who likes cricket? Anybody? Anybody likes cricket? Football, badminton, boxing. फिर हम आईआईटी कानपुर में बॉक्सिंग खेलेंगे. What about that? Or a cricket match. Let's have a team. Team A and Team B. We are total 11, right? Let's have a 5.5. Who's going to be 5.5? Okay. So enjoy the night. And tomorrow, I think we have two classes, right?
Yeah.
One is going to be at what time it is? It is 11? 11 to what?
one, I
1.
think.
11 to 1.
Then second one is 2 to 4, right? If
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. Okay. Let's see you tomorrow and let's bear another day with me tomorrow. Okay. Let's learn another concept. And tomorrow, definitely, we are going to use an AI tool. Okay. So I'll show you tomorrow how to use an AI tool and how you can make your work easier. Okay. So far, I think you have learned good concepts, and I will hope you will do practice at your home. You will do lots of examples. Okay. So I think let's can you see me? Okay, now let's have a good night then. Let's meet tomorrow with same time, I think 11 a.m. Okay, and I hope you will do your homework. Okay, till then, take care. Yes, Simriddhi,
Bye,
go
sir.
ahead, dear.
Sir.
Sir, how can